We are back for round 2 and won the die roll once again. I'm gonna play first in that hand, it's fine, it's lacking red, but I do have the warp landscape as well as 2 other lands, so seems like a good enough keep to me. And I also do have a 1-drop, a 2-drop and stuff like that, so sounds fine. I don't know what my opponent is playing. I think I will run the concoction now, because I could draw a 2-drop and I could... playing 1 more mana later on could be an issue. Loam Dryad, alright. Interesting, I guess. Don't think that card is great, but apparently some people likes to play with it. I guess if you need fixing, it can do the job to some extent. Interland Logger, slightly more annoying card. My opponent did not attack though, so they might have a trick. That is interesting. I'll just run out my harvest hand and pass the turn. And if they attack, I will definitely block, and if they have a trick, I'll be happy with that outcome. Trading a trick for me having an enchantment is fine. And saving some damages, I don't mind that. So blue-green, this could be a clue deck, I guess. I think we defeated the Delirium player. I guess there might be several Delirium player, and you don't have to be a Delirium dedicated deck, but blue-green might be more about clues, I guess. Skinner is pretty good. Makes the Loam Dryad quite relevant on this board, as apparently my opponent has no will to attack for unknown reason. I don't really understand that, at least yet. Maybe they will play something that will make me understand, but yeah. Currently I don't really know what they are up to and what they are trying to do. Either way, let's play a Stallion and pass the turn. At some point I will need to fetch red for my Tormenting Voice. Maybe they feel like I'm aggressive and they should just stay back in defense and that they will win? I don't know, maybe they have an instant speed spell. If they just bounce my Stallion and end of turn, it's like fine. Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. Like, since my opponent did not attack for quite a lot of turn, it's not like I'm far behind on tempo, so... yeah, it's fine with me. If they want to do that, it's not the end of the world. So they can flip their thing there, which is slightly annoying. There's not a whole lot of things I can do about that. I think I'll just play my Stallion and shift the turn back, I guess. And I do have the Sinister Concoction available, so I don't think a lot of bad things could happen to me. And I'm definitely willing to trade my Harvest Hand for the flipped Shredder and 2 damage at my face. I don't really mind that too much. Not sure what my opponent is up to. And if they try to use some sort of trick, well, it's not gonna go very well for them given the concoction. They might just be missing land drop, or I don't really know. I really don't know what's going on there. Alright. Okay, I think I'll just play a Crow. I could also play Tormenting Voice so I can flip back the Shredder. Because I don't need that mountain. Unless I got Dance with the Devil, but then I can fetch another mountain and I can just wait to get another land. I don't know. I have truly no idea what I should do and what my opponent is up to. So let's say... I'm quite far from having Delirium, unless I use Concoction. Let's say I attack with the Stallion and they just block with Loam Dryad and Skinner. Or with Timber Shredder. I don't think I like that too much. I think I'll just discard my mountain, draw 2 more cards, and pass the turn. Ooh, that was some sweet draws. I mean, 2 spell is good, definitely good. Yeah, I don't really know what my opponent is doing or trying to accomplish. They might have some issues with their end, they might be missing a color. It's not very likely given the Loam Dryad though. apparently they really want to make that thing flip. I mean, I'm fine just attacking with my crows and yeah, not doing anything else. I guess I should have I should have done that first, so I could see if I were to get delirium, but I would not have attacked even if even if I hit delirium. And I did not. No, I did actually. I do have delirium now. No, never mind. I'm missing instant, so I still don't have delirium. We might see a very big creature there. I mean, it would not be really surprising, but I have a concoction and a compulsion, so I don't feel too threatened about that. I guess I'll search a mountain now. No reason to wait, especially since I could top deck my Devil's Playground next turn. Yeah. Welp. I guess I'll beat down with the crows. And do I have delirium or not? What did I say? No, I don't. But if I sacrifice this, I end up having delirium. So a play could have been to kill the pig, discarding my swamp, and then I can attack with a potentially 5/5 creature. That doesn't sound too good though. And I kind of want to get the full value by using the concoction alongside the impulsion to kill two things. Yeah, that sounds sweet. I guess if they have the trick that untap a creature, I pretty much look like a fool there, but I'll risk it. It just feels so sweet to do that. And it worked, luckily. And yeah, I don't know what my opponent is doing. Maybe they are extremely flooded. Groundskeeper, that's not good. At least I don't think it is. And I don't remind that. Sure. And they are still quite far from having delirium, because Skinner, once you have delirium, becomes quite threatening. Alright, Skeleton is not bad, I guess. They might have to chump block quite soon, actually. If they don't block anything, I'm just gonna pump once. Alright, a chump block, sure. So I guess I can play the skeletons and pass the turn. Yeah, I don't really know what my opponent is doing or trying to do or accomplish with that deck. Maybe they had a very bad draw. But in general, Groundskeeper and Loam Dryad are very bad card, I think, in this set. The Swine is fine, but quite costly. Logger and Skinner are pretty good, and just the Wind too. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. Maybe they had 4 lands in hand. Yeah, I honestly cannot tell. I think Spiteful Motive is particularly bad against blue deck that have bounce spells, so I will probably not try to put that in the deck. And honestly, there's nothing that sounds incredibly good in this matchup from my sideboard. No, I don't think so. Revenant, I guess, but I don't think it's better than anything else. No, I think it's gonna be the same deck. Alright. That was a weird game. It just felt like my opponent was not playing, but they were actually playing. It's not like they were mana maybe they just were extremely flooded, I don't really know. Either way, that hand is a fine keep. I could use a bit more lands, but between the rat and the deadweight, that should buy me time to get my lands. And there's no way this is a mulligan. Even though two-lander can sometimes be a bit dangerous. But this is not really a dangerous two-lander. when I have that many cheap removal, if you will. And I drew a red, which is great. Just gonna play my rat. And if my opponent tries to flip the logger passing the turn, I can deadweight it. Or I could just play Harvest Hand and not care too much about that. And if they attack, I guess I'm fine trading. It means I cannot trade that for a bigger creature later on, but I don't really want to take damage early on. For no reason. I don't know. A Gloom Widow. This is slightly threatening, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I've been drawing pretty well. I mean, 2 mountains in a row when I kept 2 swamp and no other land was solid. Most of the time I really like to play that with 1 mana available so I can flip it if needed. But given that I'm playing against a blue-green deck, it's not very likely that they have a removal that can kill it. And if they bounce it, well, I don't really care too much. So I think I will just run that thing out next turn. Well, if they have a counterspell, it might change things, though. If they are representing a counterspell. So they don't have double green, so they cannot have the 4/3 wolf with flash. And the 3/3 flyer with flash costs 5, so I think I can attack pretty freely there. Now, should I run that out into a potential counterspell? Maybe. Maybe not. They could I could really see my opponent having a counterspell there. And once this is onto the battlefield, it's pretty unstoppable. And if it gets countered, it's pretty bad for me. So I think I'll just compulsion that Widow away. I don't know, it feels safer. Also, there's a counterspell that, I mean, the 3 mana counterspells can only counter creatures, so playing non-creature spell is often better if you can afford to do that, and they have mana open. Obviously, it's gonna be extremely bad if they have a +2/+2 untapped target creature. They have just the wind on the Widow. I'm pretty fine with that. Because if they play the Widow back, then I can play my Tormentor pretty freely, and I can even have the 1 mana backup. So yeah, I don't really mind. I don't really mind that. And if they actually add the creature count spell, I'm really glad I did not run out, or basically any count spell, that I did not run out my Tormentor. Because against a blue-green deck, unless you are really far behind tempo-wise, this will win the game quite efficiently. Pretty sweet card, pretty sweet card. A Thraben Gargoyle and the Widow, I guess. No Widow. Okay. Well, I'm definitely not running my Tormentor out there. It just stings like counterspell. Definitely don't mind trading those, because this is gonna be threatening in the late game, and this is good if it dies, so sure. And I will just run out my Ghoul Color Accomplice. And the thing is, the 3 mana counterspell does remove cards from the game, so I will not get value, but you know, if they want to counter my 2-drop with their counterspell, yeah, feel free to do so. Feel free to use, yeah, and they did have it. And it always feels great when you play around the cards and it happens that they did have it. Otherwise you might kinda look like a fool. But here I think it worked out pretty well for me, because I definitely did not wanted my Tormentor to be countered. So that was sweet. Nice little I guess game prediction, or whatever we wanna call that. And I guess the Widow is coming back, or maybe a 3/4 Werewolf, or a Briar Breach Patrol. No problem, I guess. So I think it's time to run out the threatening card now. And I don't think my opponent does have any good attack. And by the way, if you don't know, that thing is pretty sick with equipment. Because once it, well, +1/+1 is not gonna do a whole lot, but once it's equipped, you can just continuously attack and they cannot block, and you are dealing damage. So if you have this and a solid equipment, that's quite crazy. Corpse Troller is not that great if you are not you know, playing black, obviously. Still pretty decent. Groundskeeper, alright, sure. What will I be doing during my... I cannot really attack with that efficiently, because I can just double block, and if I flip my thing, then I kill nothing, so it doesn't sound very good. This is not a human, right? Yeah, it's a wizard. A wizard of the coast. I guess if I attack and they... If I attack and they quadruple block, then my thing is gonna die. But they lose all their board and they are left with one creature. If they attack and they block with two things, I destroy them with throttle. I don't really know what the best option. If they attack and if I attack, they just take the damage. Then I play my crow, I equip it, and I take 5 back to my face. But then I can deadweight. I think I will attack. Yeah. And they will probably just take the damage. I mean, it's like... And honestly, if they quadruple block, sure, they get rid of my Tormentor, but they are left with no board and 1 card in hand against my Crow, Deadweight, Waltz, and Scourged Sight, so... Scrounged Sight. I have no idea what this means. I thought it was Scourge. And I do have Delirium, sweet. I mean, it's not really a Delirium deck, so it doesn't matter too much, but that's, I guess that's sweet. I could also just kill the zombie, but then he can attack me with his 1/1, so I think equipping that is a better option. And again, when I'm playing against black, red, or white deck, I really want to always have 1 mana available to protect that, but against a blue-green deck, I don't care about that at all. And I guess I'll take my damage and go down to 12 there. It doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, the Gloom Widow, yeah, I forgot about that. Reduce to ashes. Ashes to ashes. Alright. Currently I'm not really winning the race, because if I start attacking with both, my opponent can just swing back for 7. This is if I kill the Gloom Widow. I don't have 2 creatures to get back, so... Macabre Waltz doesn't sound too appealing. Maybe I've been playing a bit too aggressively. I think I will just attack with the Crow. Because I have Macabre Waltz, I'm fine trading there. And I'm milling more, so it's... Ooh, and Blood Mad Vampire, that's sweet, that was sweet. That was really, really sweet. Alright, I definitely appreciate that a lot. Alright, that's great. So now I can Macabre Waltz. That was lucky, but that's sweet. And I got a Sanitarium Skeleton too, which, you know, I could get value out of that at some point. Alright, that was awesome. That was awesome synergies. And I can even deadweight something. I don't think I need to do that though, because nothing is threatening in front of me, and keeping 1 mana for the Tormentor might be important. Alright, that was a really sweet turn. We might see a 6-drop there, maybe a big swine. No, the swine, ooh, a Geralf Masterpiece, alright. I need to deal with that. Well, if I draw land, I can reduce and deadweight. But that thing is quite big and pretty threatening, and it could come back at some point. But 3 cards is quite a lot. I did draw land. Yeah, I think I pretty much have to... Oh, never mind! If I reduce to ashes, it's gonna be removed from the game, so it's not gonna be a threat anymore. Yeah, let's do that. And that was a good reason to keep the dead weight around, because let's say that last turn I was like, well, let's kill this zombie, then I cannot get rid of that, and I probably just lose to that thing. Alright, sweet. And removing it from the game is definitely great. No masterpiece. No thank you. Alright. And now my opponent is left with a worse board than mine. I mean, it's pretty even, but I have a much more threatening card than they have. Well, they can give Death Touch to Zombie now, which is pretty annoying. Which could be pretty annoying, I guess. Ooh, another Crow. I don't mind that. Don't really want to trade my Vampire for a Ground Speaker. Or trade it for a Zombie. I think I'll just play 2 Crows. Hopefully I will not die to meal. Because in multiples they you know, they can end up being quite dangerous. And I have 3 of them in my deck. Alright, so this is the Crow squad. Sweet, sweet, sweet. No attack. What did I meal? Mostly lands, so that's sweet. And I have 15 cards left in my deck, so unless my opponent is playing some crazy meal spell, I should be fine. If they have the the sorcery that meal 13, and you can get it back, then I will, if they play it right now, I will meal before I can win. That'd be sick, that'd be sick. But hopefully nothing like that will happen. A Skinner, I think they have Delirium. I would assume that they have Delirium. No, they don't. Because they have Creature, Artifact, and Instant. So no Delirium for you. I guess I can boost the Patrol, but then I'm fine trading with my Blood Mad Vampire and giving them a clue. What a weird attack. Oh, never mind, they have the Death Touch thing. So that makes sense, I guess. I might have to trade here, honestly. I would like to keep my Crows around, but not sure that I can afford to do so. Ooh, I put it, and let's not forget that I have the skeleton and the ghoul color now in my graveyard. That's pretty solid. So, ooh, maybe I should have equipped the Crow. Actually not, because I have 7 lands now, so I can Ghoul Color Accomplice and get back the Skeleton for 3 mana. I guess both play are fine. But yeah, playing a land is pretty annoying because of the Tormentor, but because of the Skeleton it doesn't matter too much, I think. So yeah, seems fine. I'm willing to trade my Zombie for their Dreno Corpse Trawler. And hopefully we can just win off that Crow before we meal ourselves. If the Skinner becomes enabled, it could be threatening though, and I might have to kill it. Alright, let's get back the sweet skeleton end of turn. Incorrigible Youth. Don't really think I want to trade that for Dreno Corpse Trawler, so I'll just beat down with those and double block. I don't mind that. Maybe I should have equipped the scythe. Yeah, I think I've played this pretty poorly. I could have also make this into Mist and be able to attack, discarding the Youth. That sounds pretty poor, but I'm gonna equip Post Combat and do nothing else. Yeah, I think I could have thought a bit more about my turn and sequence things in a better way. Yeah, I definitely had better options about what I could have done during this turn. I don't think I want to run out the skeleton because I kind of want to keep a discard fodder for the Tormentor, so there is that. Yeah, I think it's right not to attack with that, but I could have played it so I could have been able to flip that and then attack and flip it back, I guess. Nothing from my opponent. I guess I can do that right now. Yeah, why not? That doesn't sound too bad to me. Alright, and then next turn I can attack for 4. And if they have an answer, I can still flip the Tormentor back. If they want to counter that, it's fine. I will still flip my Tormentor, which is the more important thing, because I don't really care about that since it's getting blocked by the Corpse Troller. Ooh, Tormenting Voice, don't mind that. Yup, let's pay 3. Sweet. And I guess I can discard a skeleton and draw 2. And put it back in my hand next turn. But I don't think my opponent does have many outs there. Unless they have the mill 13 spell. That's gonna be game. Alright, sweet. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this round 2, and I see you guys in a few minutes for the finals.